What if I told you that the Angel Reese vs. Caitlin Clark rivalry is the best thing to happen to women's basketball? Would you believe me? What's up, everybody? It's Coach Kev. The WNBA season just begun, and the Angel Reese vs. Caitlin Clark rivalry has already been thrown into the spotlight. Here's Gilbert Arenas and the Gills Arenas crew talking about why Angel vs. Caitlin is the perfect rivalry for the WNBA. Let's get it.
Are we witnessing what will become the biggest rivalry in WNBA history in real time? I know y'all say it's not a rivalry, but it has been crafted as such, even though they don't play the same position when their teams meet up.
Crafting to be one of the biggest? I mean...
Are we seeing it in real time?
Yeah.
Versus Magic?
Yeah, for WNBA?
For the
Yeah.
For the W, as they say.
I know it was Sue Bird, Taurasi was kind of one, but, because they was, winning and playing against each other. But, this rivalry has been started from before we knew who these girls were. Middle, junior high, ninth grade, Olympic teams. It started way back there and then fell into college and, it then carried over to here. So I think for the game itself, what more can you ask for? I mean, you can complain and cry and do whatever you want to say, but right now we're all watching, we're all reacting to it, and no one's disappointed.
Whether you're talking about what they're doing on the court, whether we're discussing what they've been doing off the court, the little incident that they got into on the court, we are talking women's basketball. That's what it's all about. The spotlight. Angel Reese is her own person. Caitlin Clark is her own person. They both bring their own individual fan bases with them. They may not like each other. Their fan bases are going to ride for the ones that they like. And it's going to become, I'm on this side, I'm on that side. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a discussion. It's going to be topics. It's going to be points of emphasis anytime they play each other, anytime they play, see who's doing better. And at the end of the day, that's all good and all for the betterment of the WNBA and women's basketball in general. Keep it going. Keep it going, ladies.
A lot of tension, though, but...
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it because of the history of it. Since high school, they've been going at it. So the history of it, the stories behind it since college, both of them being successful, coming into the WNBA, helping the game grow, especially right now where the social media is and everything is right now in the world. It's definitely a good look for the WNBA. And I can't wait to see it for years and years to go on. I mean, you got Juju coming, you got Hannah Duggo, you got Olivia Miles, you got all these different women coming up in the WNBA. So, this is just the start of it. This is the start of something new and something dope.
I'll move over to you. Are we witnessing what will become the biggest rivalry in WNBA history in real time?
I just can't agree. I don't think it's one-sided. I don't think Caitlin thinks of it as a rivalry at all. I think she just comes to hoop, and she knows that she's got a competitor coming to hoop against her, and she wants to beat her every time she plays against her. I think that it's nothing personal with Caitlin. I think that she loves to go out there and try to win. And, she got beat up all last year. She didn't complain. She got up. She kept going. I think Angel feels like she has to prove something, but she don't. She's already established. She's already dominant. She has her position. She has her role. She can dominate in that role. She's proven that. So I think that forcing a rivalry would be a bit much, but I think when they both hit the court, they both know that they're going to bring it. And I think it's been oversaturated with this thing about picking sides, race, and all that. I think it's just hoop. I think they're just two competitive hoopers that really are like, one of them might not like the other one might not think the other one is whatever, but they both got respect for each other in their games, and I respect that part, and it's entertainment, And I think everybody can get sensitive. You know, they got people out there trying to fight each other over the damn foul. And it's funny, but I think it's all good for the WNBA as far as competitively.
So Rashad brings up a good point. So can it technically be a rivalry if one player is clearly better than the other and they don't really play the same positions? So, I mean, even Angel's side can't argue against this, that we know that Caitlin Clark is a better basketball player than Angel Reese. I think we can all agree with that. Magic Bird, it was hair, right? Magic and Bird right next to each other when you talk about rivalries. Like when you have the greats and you say it's a rivalry, you're usually at the same type of position and you're at the same type of skill level, even though you have a different skill set. But I think Angel Reese is probably here. Caitlin Clark is like here when it comes to the way they play and how they are on the basketball court. When they play each other, it's always must-see TV. When they might not actually guard each other, but you're always looking at, okay, what is Caitlin doing? And on the flip side, you're looking at what Angel is doing. So that kind of makes it a rivalry in itself. They don't have to be the same skill set to be a rivalry. This is a unique situation where we've seen this from college, from Angel Reese going like this in the face of Caitlin Clark, to Caitlin Clark making comments about Angel Reese, to Angel Reese saying that it's not just Caitlin, there's other women in the WNBA doing this. Like it's I think stuff like that makes it a rivalry. And even though they don't play the same position, don't have the same skill set, till the time they finish playing basketball, we're always going to be in tune with what is Caitlin Clark doing vs. what is Angel Reese doing.
And if everybody on the outside want to take it a different step further and all that, that's on them. But I think between Caitlin and her, it's not really a rivalry. It's just, let's go out here and let's hoop.
That was going to be my next question. Is the median fans pitting Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese against each other good or bad for the growth of the WNBA? I think the numbers show.
Amazing.
People want to watch. You want controversy?
I mean, this is since college, right? When she did the thing in her face, like. This has been good views for them.
No, I mean, listen. If you just track the history back, I mean, you know, you can see, you know, as a number 2 player in the country, which was Angel Reese, and she wasn't put onto some of those Olympic teams. You know what I mean? You know, it could have started there. We don't know. You know what I mean? Like, but you can see at all the top 5, the number 2 player was never put on the team. It was basically it was other way around. It was Paige's, you know, she was the love child of, you know, that age group growing up until she got hurt. So right now they have a rivalry. They didn't have one. If they did 2 years ago, we didn't know about it, right? The NBA had, you know, Magic and Bird. Follow the blueprint. If white America want to push her up, let them. If Black America want to push her up, let them. Want to sit at the games and half fans. If it's going to get everybody, if I can go to one of the football arenas and sell half to the blacks, half to the whites, if you're going to pay, I'm going to charge you.
Great point by Gilbert. There it is. That's the racial aspect of this whole situation, that Caitlin got, quote unquote, white America behind her, and Angel got, quote unquote, Black America behind her. And that's the divide, and it's a racial divide of black people root for Angel, white people root for Caitlin. There's always been racial tensions in America. So to say that a black person will root for Angel because she's black is not crazy to think about, or a white person will root for Caitlin because she's white. These are not crazy statements. And if you say that, and if somebody comes to me as a fan, or not even a fan, just somebody who watches basketball, who doesn't even really know basketball, but just rooting interest, and says one of those two things, I can't be mad at that. It'll never change. It's never gonna stop. It's as long as it doesn't get to crazy, crazy levels. I believe that it's okay for you to root for Caitlin Clark if you're white, and it's okay to root for Angel if you're black. And that's how it goes. And then we see how their careers end up, and then we go from there.
God damn it, if you want white only goddamn water and black only water, that's what this is America, god damn it. So we're pretending like this is not a real thing, but we're sitting there arguing. So I'm playing to both sides. White jerseys for one, black jerseys for the other. If that's what you want to do to make yourselves feel better, then go. But it is still basketball. And however you want to perceive the game, it's your way to perceive it. But it's two girls playing great, because the only thing y'all not talking about is actually the basketball part of it. Right? If one hits one, the other one hits, we don't give. She got 30, she got 20 and 20. It's still the game of basketball, and that is what comes first for them too. What everybody does after, that's y'all on how y'all want to sell this product. But the girls are bringing the product on how they bring it. Caitlin's doing what Caitlin's doing. Angel Reese is doing what Angel Reese is doing.
What are your thoughts on the Angel Reese vs. Caitlin Clark rivalry? Do you believe that it's good for the WNBA? Do you believe it's good for women's basketball in general? Good publicity, bad publicity. It's publicity, right? It's going to get eyes on the game. People are going to watch. I feel like people that aren't even interested really in basketball tune in, especially women's basketball, tune in to this Angel Reese vs. Caitlin Clark debate, saga, rivalry, anytime there's a new situation that comes about. And I feel like it makes them want to watch them more on the court to see, especially when they play each other. But I think even individually watch them on the court to see if one can do better than the other on that day, during that week, during that play, during that game. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's going to slowly, it's not even slowly, it is quickly bringing eyes to this game, and it's making people watch. Yes, we might have to have these discussions about the racial tensions, about, does Angel Reese, quote unquote, hate Caitlin Clark? Does Caitlin Clark hate Angel Reese? Do they dislike each other? Do they have a mutual respect? They just don't like each other on the court. How do they feel about each other? Who's better than the other? Who has brought more eyes to the game? Who has been better for women's basketball? Like, these are all discussions that we are going to continue to have, and we should have. And I feel like it's going to help to continue promoting this game, not only the WNBA, but women's basketball in general. And it's only going to benefit women's sports, women's basketball, WNBA, college basketball, anything basketball-wise that women deal with in general. It's going to just continue to benefit them all, and it's going to be great. And the numbers are going to continue to soar. The viewership is going to continue to rise. And at the end of the day, that's all they want. That's all we care about. Put the eyes on this beautiful game. Put the eyes on these women and let them showcase their talents and show you why their game is good, their game is great, and their game is must-see TV. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, this is Coach Cav, and I'm out of here. Peace.